intergenerational podcast. I'm Katrina.
I'm Rachel, and boy am I hungry.
I almost said your name instead of mine, because I say Rachel during the outro, not the intro, and I was like, I'm Katrina, not Rachel, contrary to popular belief.
I just realized my mic was turned the opposite way of where it should have been, so I fixed it.
Oh, good.
Do I sound louder now?
I don't know. Probably.
No, good talk.
You can tell I paid attention.
Yeah. What's new with you this week?
Not that much. It's weird because it feels like I haven't been in school for that long because it's only been technically only 2 weeks. But it also feels like we've been going for forever because it feels like every break in between the days that I'm not physically at school is like a weekend. Even though I'm still doing things, it's like, oh, I'm just doing my homework over the weekend, so it feels like I've been in school for a month and a half, but it's been 2 weeks. And so it's really messing with my head. Also, it's supposed to snow on Tuesday, so that'll be fun.
That's fun.
Yeah.
The neighbor's dog is out. Anyway, I'm taking the other BuzzFeed quiz you sent me, and one of the questions is, finally, what is your favorite movie franchise? You get 4 choices.
Yeah.
It's Marvel Cinematic Universe, Star Wars, Fast and Furious, or Ice Age.
I thought that was really funny.
In other news, though, I got the favorite.
Me too!
Why do we always get the same thing?
I don't know. It's rigged. They're like, we're gonna mess with their content. They can't. They're just out to get us. Personally.
They are mad at our success.
2 teenage girls. They're like, we're gonna screw up their content.
Imagine.
What's new with you?
I don't know.
Good talk.
What is new with me? I got a stethoscope. Her name is Stella. She's purple. You want to see her?
I already saw her, but yes,
no, you
I
saw a picture of her. Now you're going to see a live stream video of her.
It's different. Cute.
Look, now I look like I could save your life. Just kidding, I don't.
Except you can't, teleport. So if I did start, choking and dying, you couldn't do anything about it.
I would DM your parents.
Okay.
What else would I do?
I don't know.
All I could do is DM them.
Yeah.
I could text my mom and tell her to text them.
I'm gonna tell my mom to text your mommy.
Okay. Oh, and I also got, my, quarter zip for...
Oh, cute.
EMT school. But here's the thing, I ordered a polo, too. That's what's new with me. This is what happened on Saturday, which is yesterday as of recording, but Saturday as of posting. In case Saturday was too confusing. So we walk in, because I got a phone call on Friday, and they said, hey, your order's ready. And I said, hey, great, I'll be in on Saturday. And they said, okay, our hours are blah, 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 blah. And I was like, perfect, I'll be there. So I show up. Around noon or 1. It was at 1. And I'm like, hey, I'm Rachel Bartholomew. I got a call that my order was ready to pick up, and they said, great. And the lady disappeared. And she was still gone. And she was still gone. And finally she comes back with a very small bag. I'm like, that's weird. So I ordered a polo, a quarter zip, and EMT pants, which are very, what's the word? Bulky.
Yeah.
You can't fit them in a small bag. So I'm like, okay, I'll just roll with it. Let's see what happens. She pulls out the bag, and all that's in it is a single quarter zip. And I was like, oh, cool. But I ordered, a polo, and I had EMT pants with that. And she goes, yeah, so about that. we screwed up with the polo. We forgot to charge you for it. So when we gave you that total, it was wrong. So we forgot to charge you for the embroidering of the polo. Because she charged you basically for the wrong polo. And you got the more expensive polo, which means she charged you the right price for the cheaper polo, but that's not the polo you wanted. So in total, what you paid for the embroidering was about the same as the normal, or the polo you ordered, so you still owe us for the embroidery. And Adam was standing right next to me, and he was like, huh? She was like, we just forgot to charge you for the embroidering. And he goes, okay, so that's your fault. And she's like, yep, so we're gonna need $14.95. And he just, like, looks at her. And he goes, okay, we'll get to that in a second. And I was like, yeah, I also ordered EMT pants. And she was like, oh, you got them hemmed? And I was like, well, no, you didn't have the color I needed, so you said to order them, and we would size them and hem them, and you would submit for the alterations or whatever. Mm-hmm. They would do this, like, length. Because when you buy them, they're unhemmed, and it literally, like, you know I'm not a tall person, but it goes up to, like, the tip of my chest.
Oh, wow.
Like,
yeah.
Top of the side boob is where it goes. Because they're designed so that you don't have to worry about your length, you just have to worry about the waist, and then you get them altered. And she was like, yeah, let me go look for those. Because they had to order them specifically for me, because they didn't have the color I needed. Oh, that was a whole other thing. When I was there the first time, I picked out the black pair in my size, and she goes, no, you have to have navy. And I said, no, my instructor said we could do black or navy. She goes, I have the handbook right here, it says navy. I was like, okay, whatever. So I go back to get the navy, and there aren't any navy, but it's the same brand, same size, same style, just a different color. She was like, well, we can order them for you. And I was like, fine. Next class, I go, hey, can we have black, or is it only navy? He goes, no, you can have black or navy. We don't care which way. And I was like, someone needs to get the updated information out there. Because I could have walked away with them and gotten them hemmed and everything. But she comes back with my pants and goes, yeah, so these aren't hemmed. And I was like, right, they weren't in stock, so you were gonna hem them when I came in to pick up the rest of my order. And she goes, so I don't know why they told you we could do that. The lady that does our alterations is out for surgery and won't be back for another, like, week and a half or 2 weeks. And we had prepaid for the alterations. Because they said they could do them. Mm-hmm. And so, at this point, Adam's getting that look where he's just, like, annoyed, but he doesn't want to say anything. And then we go, and she's like, so, after I give you back the money for the alterations, because we finally were able to work that out, she was like, well, we could just keep them. And I was like, no, we're going to go get them altered somewhere else, because I want to need them before then. And she was like, are you sure? Because we could just keep them, and you could, like, when she gets back from her surgery, we don't really know when that'll be, but it'll be sometime in the next month, and, like, I need them in 3 weeks, so we didn't want to take that risk. Because basically, initially, she said 1.5 weeks, and then she was like, it'll be a month. So, not trusting it.
Yeah.
So we got the refund for the alterations, and she was like, okay, you still owe $8 for that embroidering on the second shirt. And Adam's like, hold up. So, you guys filled out the form. We verified it. It said 2 embroiderings, right? And she was like, yeah, I have that right here. He's like, okay. So you have written down in your guys' handwriting that we needed 2 embroiderings. And she's like, yeah, uh-huh. He goes, and you didn't charge us for them. She goes, no, we forgot. And she was kind of an airhead. And Adam's like, so, because you guys screwed up, we're now having to pay more money, even though you were the ones that went through and verified everything. And she goes, yeah. He's like, so, just to be clear, you guys screwed up, and we're the ones that have to pay for it. And she goes, well, yeah. And he's like, fine, whatever. And she's like, you know what, I could probably waive that. And just, like, gets really quiet about it, because I think it just finally clicked in her head that it was like, because the lady that helped us wasn't helpful either. Like, she didn't give us the punch card that they're supposed to give to every customer that walks in, and the people next to us got a punch card. She didn't give us our 10% discount for me being student, and the people next to us got it. So it's, like, things that she was just not being a good employee when we were being rung up the first time. And so this other person was trying to cover for her, but also, like, it was just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So then she was like, are you sure you don't want to get your pants altered here? was like, no, I'm gonna go find someone else to do my alterations. But anyway, then she said, well, so do you want your polo shipped to you? And I said, why would I have it shipped to me? And she goes, oh, just because it's not ready now. But we'd have to charge you for that. And I was like, well, I live in town, so no. I'm not gonna let you charge me for shipping it to me because you screwed up!
Yeah.
And it was literally, like, she just kept trying to charge us for things that it didn't make sense that she would charge us for. And the annoying thing is we can't even be like, fine, we're taking our business elsewhere, because the emblem for my school's, like, EMS program is only licensed out to that uniform store, even though there's another one across town. So they're the only ones we can get our polos from.
Oh.
Yeah. So then I was like, no, I'll just come pick it up. And she goes, great, that'll be about 2 weeks. Which is the initial time I was quoted. For all of it was 2 weeks. And it's 2 weeks from when I placed the order. And I said, so you guys messed up? Which means now I get put at the back of the waiting list? And she goes, well, yeah, there are other people that have ordered since then. And I'm like, right. But what? It's not like I came in and changed my order. You guys lost my shirt and then had to, like, we have no idea what happened on that end, quite honestly.
That's weird.
So, after a little more back and forth, my shirt should be ready in about a week.
That's good.
Yeah, because she was like, we're just gonna have to put you at the back of the list. And I was like, that's not gonna fly with me. Because, like, I would get if I called and I was like, hey, I want to add a polo to this. And they were like, cool, but we still have to, like, that polo is gonna have to be added to the end. That makes perfect sense, because I changed my order.
Mm-hmm.
But they screwed up. They tried to charge me extra for them screwing up. And then tried to push it out. And, like, if we don't have our stuff for class, we get professionalism points docked. So we start with 8 professionalism points, and if you don't have your uniform, you lose 1. And those are all extra credit points. So every time you don't have your uniform, you lose an extra credit point. And you get exactly 2 weeks from the first night of class, because that's how long they're quoted to take. You get that long to not lose points for it. So if I was that, like, if she pushed me out another 2 weeks, then I would start to lose points.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was just a frustrating experience. Now I have to find someone to do my alterations.
Yeah.
But I got my stethoscope.
That's good.
Yeah. What's up with you? Also, I'm just kind of more irritable right now because I'm hungry.
Yeah, so. I know. I saw your tweet before we started recording, and so I...
But anyway, what's your favorite thing this week?
My favorite thing this week is psychology, because we started taking notes, and I just think it's really intriguing learning about the different, like, theories and everything. It's just really, really cool to me. And yeah, but before I put psychology, I put down How to Read Literature Like a Professor, which is the book that Rachel hated and dropped out of AP Lang Lit because she had to read it. And see, the way that Rachel was talking about it when she had to read it, I thought it was, like, legitimately like a textbook.
That's how it feels.
He has examples and he tries to make it lighthearted.
No, it sounds like that, like, oh, it just makes me so angry. I hate when a textbook tries to be your friend, because that's what it felt like. Like, this random old man, he's not even that old, I think he's middle-aged, but he's, like, trying to be all buddy-buddy with all these students he doesn't know. Leave me alone. Like, just present me the information.
He's trying to present it in a way that's easier for more people to, though. Which is...
Just, when I was reading it, I couldn't stop cringing. Like, it just made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I was reading it, and I was kind of going into it with the expectation that it was going to be, like, a strict textbook, and then it wasn't. I was like, okay. But I changed it to psychology, because the book isn't that good. I just wanted to see what your reaction was going to be when I wrote it down. But, yeah, psychology is my favorite thing this week, because that's something that made me happy. Also, I had to do an experiment in front of my entire psychology class, which was really, really awkward because it was... I'm trying to think of how to describe this for the audio-only podcast because... So basically, he had us, like, plant our feet, like, against the wall and then take 2 steps back and then try and lean forward to the chalkboard and put our head on the chalkboard, and then he would put a stool below us, and then we had to pick it up and then try and stand up. And I don't know if that made any sense, but basically... I was bent over in front of the entire class, which was very uncomfortable, and I wouldn't have volunteered if I knew that it was. And it wasn't in that way. He was just trying to do an experiment, and it's kind of hard to do that in a non-awkward way. But it was fine. Everybody was, like, laughing about it. It wasn't, like, embarrassing or anything. It was just really weird. But the thing is my friend is in a different cohort than me, and so she was watching it on the live stream. And her internet wasn't working when the lecture started, so I didn't think that... Because usually we text each other, like, our reactions to certain things in his lectures, because his lectures are really, really funny. But her internet started working after I put my phone down because class started. And so I opened my phone after class ended, and she was like, "You volunteered! That was so funny!" But yeah, psychology has just been... one of my favorite classes so far. Anyway, I'm rambling. What's your favorite thing this week?
My favorite thing this week is saying that I'm gonna go play Sims and then doing literally anything else because I get distracted. You know how many times I do that in a week? In a day. I'll even sit down and be like, I'm gonna play Sims, but I can't play Sims and do other stuff on my computer at the same time because I can't, like, split screen with Sims. Mm-hmm. So it's like, well, let me just check YouTube real quick. And then I get sucked into YouTube, which leads me somehow falling down Hulu or Netflix. And then I get sucked into Twitter, and before I know it, 4 hours have passed.
Yeah, I feel that.
So... in other news, I restarted Bones, the TV show.
Oh, nice.
But it's really hard rewatching the show like that when you know what everything that's happening, because it's like at one point, you know, these two get married, you know, one point this person has a life-changing injury, and you're just like, wait, when did that happen? I don't want to spoil it for myself, but I know this happens, and it's gonna bother me if I don't remember it, so then I end up on the Bones fandom wiki page.
Yeah.
Because it's not like I'm spoiling, like, I know, but it's a guy that gets the, like, life-changing injury, gets that part of his body injured in season 2, but I don't think he gets that injury until, like, 5 or 6, so I was really confused, so then I had to go look up when he gets his injury, and I already forgot, so clearly it's not spoiling it for myself. Oh my gosh. Anyway.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah. Afterwards, I think I'm going to rewatch Grey's Anatomy, because the first seasons are so much better than the garbage that goes on now, but I continue to watch the garbage that goes on now. Well, not right now, obviously, because...
yeah.
The incident. Yeah, what's your favorite song this week?
My favorite song this week is Carolina by Harry Styles, and I'm not sure if... I wasn't sure if I had put it as my favorite song before, but then I realized it didn't matter because we're technically on year 3, and so I had to catch up on the playlists and, like, remake the playlist and then remember what song I was gonna put down. It was a whole... That's why I texted you and was like, hey, what if we did this, like, in an hour and a half? Because I was trying to, like, do everything at once. But yeah, Carolina is a very, like, upbeat song, and I love listening to it in the car. It just builds my confidence. And yeah, what's your favorite song this week?
My favorite song this week is One of Them Girls by Lee Brice. It's the country song definition of I'm not like other girls, but it's so good. I don't know. I feel like I fit the description of this song. Minus the alcohol parts, because I don't drink. But, yeah. Because it's about the girls that are just, like, throwing themselves at guys all the time. And, like, kind of make guys work for it. I don't have any guys to make work for it, but I'm not throwing myself at guys. So, like, I kind of fall in there.
I feel that.
Listen. Just listen. Do you hear the crickets?
I can.
Also, it keeps, all day today, it's been really, really sunny, and then it'll get really dark. And it's like, oh, it's gonna rain. Yeah, it's coming. And then it'll get really sunny again. So, I am sad. Let me check the weather. Also, so we're having a small family dinner for my great-grandma, who is turning, 100 next Monday.
Oh, wow.
I think. Yeah, she's old. Sorry, it's true.
See, I can't even imagine living that long. Like, I feel like I've been alive for forever and I'm only 17, so having to relive, like, this same amount of time, I could just...
She survived her first incident. What's another one? But my grandma sent out... So, the last big party we had was for her 90th party. And we all wore blue because we were doing family pictures and, like, everyone wanted to be coordinated. So my grandma sent out a text this morning. Hey, y'all! Just wondering what color we were doing this year. Should we aim for shades of blue for a family photo? Suggestions? And I literally was like, absolutely not! Because we have these pictures. And everyone's like, it's just... makes me so unhappy when I see them. Because it's the same picture we've had for 10 years, so I do not want another 10 years. Well, obviously, she's probably not going to live another 10 years, let's be honest, she's 100. But, like, I don't want that to be our family portraits, because it's extended family. Also, this one will be interesting, because we're all going to be wearing masks. Do we have to coordinate our masks to our outfit? But I said, we did blue last time, let's do green. I look great in green.
Oh, good.
Eventually, we settled on blue, gray, and mustard, and then throw in some white. And then my aunt was like, that way everybody can find something in their closets and no one has to go shopping. And my mom and I responded, like, at the same time from different rooms of the house, no, I'm definitely still gonna go shopping. So yeah. That's my funny... What made me think of that? I don't remember. ADHD?
Question mark? Anyway, should we talk about...
Yeah.
Twitter
What
trending?
should we talk about? Sure! What's trending on Twitter?
Alright, the first thing I saw was a, like, list of your state's favorite summer dessert, which I thought was really interesting because, like, for a lot of these, I didn't know what they were or I've never had them before.
Why are all of these pudding except for, like, 5?
Yeah, I was really surprised
dessert
by
pizza's
that.
so good. I like the fruit tart pizzas.
Oh, yeah. I was just confused, like, scrolling down and, like...
Strawberry pretzel dessert? I will say, Iowa's is the strawberry pretzel dessert. I would not agree with that. But, like, I've had it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not a staple. I don't know, I'm trying to think. I was like, what did I have at, like, cookouts and stuff this year? And then I was like, oh, right, there weren't any. Yeah. A lot of people's claim it's banana pudding, rice pudding, or bread pudding, and I don't believe that.
Yeah.
But also, why so much pudding?
Yeah. Like, I feel like not a lot of people are just like, oh, let's have some pudding. It's...
Also, UK people, we do not mean your definition of pudding, which is wrong. We mean the, like, liquid jello, but chocolate. I don't know how you describe pudding.
Yeah.
It's, like, milky.
It's like, it's not yogurt. I don't know what.
It's the consistency of yogurt, though.
The consistency of yogurt, but like...
But it's a lot sweeter.
Dessert.
Yeah.
Dessert yogurt.
Yogurt. Yeah, I would like more pudding. Actually, I have pudding in the basement. Here's the thing. I've decided the only pudding I will eat is whatever the name brand pudding is. You know what I'm talking about? With the red lid?
The snack pack one?
Snack pack. Only one I'll eat, because we got the Aldi brand for when my wisdom teeth came out. And it was pure sugar, and it made me want to vomit. It was disgusting. So I will only eat snack pack. It was, ooh. Because, like, snack pack is sweet, but it's not, it was bad. And the first time I'd had the one from that package, because I don't think I'd ever had Aldi pudding before, because we don't get pudding a lot. Mm-hmm. That isn't, like, box mix that we make, because then we bake it into stuff or whatever. Anyway, the first time I'd had it was the night that I thought I was dying, because I had taken the med that you're supposed to take on a full stomach, on an empty stomach. And so my mom was, like, shoving food into my mouth, basically. And I spit it back out. Like, I spit it into a different cup, I think. Because she ended up eating from that pudding, and she wouldn't have eaten from it if I spit back into it.
Yeah.
But I was like, that is too sweet, I'm gonna throw up. And she was like, okay, so let's try something savory. Because she thought, like, my taste buds were just being weird because of the medicine. And then she tried it the next morning and was like, yeah, no, that was absolutely disgusting. I was like, yeah. Not a fan.
I can tell.
So, what, do you have any fun stories, or should we move to the next Twitter trending?
We can move to the next one, I think.
Alright, the next thing trending is Love Spooky Season. These tweets will speak to your cold, dark soul. Honestly, I don't get Halloween.
Yeah, me either. It's really funny to me, people that automatically saw that it was September and were like, oh, time for Christmas. Or time for Halloween.
Like, I like fall. It's very cozy. No, I like winter. I like winter when it's, like, February and warming up. But in Iowa, we haven't had our actual cold snap yet.
Yeah.
So, like, January, February winter is my favorite, and then we get slammed in March. Iowa weather's a mess. But apparently we're supposed to have a very snowy winter. Which sucks, because the kids aren't going to get any snow days.
Yeah. We were talking about that at dinner yesterday, like, if we were, because we're doing it hybrid, so if it was to snow enough for them to say it's a snow day, are we still doing things because we can, or are we, it's wild.
Yeah, so it was funny, because when the incident first happened, and they were talking about, it was back when they were still talking about sending people home from school, way back in March.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, it would be really interesting if we had to do school from home, because that would probably change how we do snow days. And now it's like, snow days don't exist, everything's online, life is torture, we may get out of this eventually.
Also, speaking of, like, the Halloween spooky season thing, I saw a TikTok that it was showing the back room of a Spirit Halloween store, and it was legitimately like a parking garage. Like an empty...
Oh.
It was so crazy. It was like, oh, let's look at what's in the back room, and then it was just like, not a parking garage, but like not a shipping container either, but like an empty area, and they had like 5 boxes on the floor. It was really weird.
Have you seen the tweet, or it's a TikTok, but a tweet going around that's can't wait for this weather, and it's just a massive snowstorm?
Yeah.
Someone quote tweeted it with, people who tweet this don't actually live in the snow, and I disagree, because I absolutely love that, and I live in Iowa. You know how much snow we get here? Depending on the year, a lot.
See, I love the snow, but then, like, snow brings, like, bad drivers also, especially in my state. And then, like, I don't really know. I'd say that I, like, prefer the in-between seasons, like fall or spring, better because it's very, very cold in the winter, and I do prefer colder temperatures, but also when it's literally freezing, I don't know.
I like cold. I prefer cold to heat. Even when I'm like, oh, I miss summer. I miss summer activities, but I do not like heat. I will take cold to heat any day, because if I'm cold, I can get really cozy. If I'm hot, I'm just miserable.
Yeah, I feel like most of the people that say that summer is their favorite season is because of summer vacation that they got when they were in school.
Yeah.
And not necessarily because of the heat. Unless they like the heat, then...
My mother likes the heat. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm sleepy and hungry. See, I just do it all the time. Like, I don't even think about it. It just starts, and then I'm like, I'm doing it again. Should we answer listener questions?
Sure.
What are our listeners questioning?
Our first listener question is from @SamwiseBaggins, and they ask, if you were to have a dinner with anyone, who would it be? This question seemed very familiar, and I was like, did we get it? Did it get asked last week? But it was one of your questions that you posted on the Discord.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was the, like, if you could have dinner with, like, one dead famous
let me just
person.
Scroll up real quick.
Yeah, but that's dead. This is just a dinner with anyone.
Okay, it doesn't say they can't be dead. Alive, Tom Holland. Dead, Bob Ross.
See, it's hard because there are people that I would love to talk to, but I don't think I'd be, like, emotionally able to. Because, like, this is, like, my answer for everything, but if I were to have dinner with the members of One Direction, I don't think I'd be able to talk the entire time.
One person.
It says anyone, not...
Any one person. It doesn't say any group of people.
This
Just
is an
pick one.
example. This isn't... I'm just... If I were to have dinner with the members of One Direction, I don't think I'd be able to talk, and that's why this question is so hard for me, because every single person that I look up to, I don't know what I'd even talk to them about. Because they've impacted my life so much.
Hey, I just got a CNN article recommended called Record Cold Temperatures and a Rare September Snow Arrived This Week.
Oh,
Let's read through
good.
this.
Anyone? Ooh, actually, I would probably say Maya, aka MXMToon, because she's, like, an artist that I look up to, but also I think she's 20, in her early 20s, so, like, I feel like we'd be able to talk about more, and not necessarily me being awkward. That would be pretty cool. Yeah.
That's fun. We're supposed to have rain tomorrow evening. That's fun. Oh. Yeah, temperatures are gonna drop.
Yeah,
but then they're gonna shoot back up. Because tomorrow it's high of 75. Tuesday it's a high of 54. Wednesday it's a high of 54. But then Thursday it starts to climb again. It goes 60. Friday is 66. Saturday 70. Sunday 74.
Yeah, the highs for me this week. Today it's 92. Tomorrow it's 88. Tuesday it's 32. Wednesday is 39. Thursday is 53. Friday is 62. Saturday is 71. And then Sunday is 77. So they're kind of
I don't
climbing
know why,
back
but
up.
I don't like your state. Something about it bothers me. I have no reason not to. I just don't like it.
Is it just the weather or the altitude or what?
No. I literally don't know. It just,
Or
you get
just
these
in
crazy
general.
temperature swings, and I think it's because of the landscape of the area. In fact, I know that's what it is because I understand how science works, but it bothers me. Like, what? In other news, it's supposed to rain all day Tuesday, and I'm very excited for it. As long as we don't get another big storm, because I am not looking to wake the kids up during nap time to go seek shelter. Because I'm going to be alone in my room. Well, I'm going to have, like, a sub-teacher, but it's the new girl who doesn't know anything. And I mean this quite literally because her first day will be Tuesday. Because my co-teacher that I normally work with, so we have Monday off for Labor Day, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, she took personal days. But I can't be alone with that many kids, so they're throwing someone in my room. And looking at the schedule, she's listed on the floaters, but her schedule matches what it would be if she was in my room with my schedule. But they could just throw a random person in there every day. Anyway, I'm not looking forward to it. It'll be interesting. It's supposed to rain all week. I love that.
Oh, good.
But tomorrow,
Anyway.
it's not supposed to start until 9 p.m.
Nice.
You know what that means, though? I'll have an excuse to wear my quarter zip.
Oh, good. Also, the fact that it's supposed to snow on the day that I have to go in person. Can't wait for that. Anyways, what's our next listener question?
Our next listener question is from @Melmic222, and she says, you want to say hi to your mom first?
Hi, Mom.
What's up? She says, what do you love about fall? What is overhyped about fall? Halloween and horror movies are overhyped about fall, and pumpkin spice lattes, because guess what? Get a chai tea latte. They taste the exact same, and you can get that year-round. The flavor's stronger if you ask for it with less water if it's hot, or less ice if it's cold. Fun fact. But what I love about fall, I get to wear my comfy shoes again. I get to wear my skinny jeans with way too many holes in them. And then I get to throw on a big comfy sweater. But again, that's more of my winter look, because in fall, you're still too hot by the afternoon. So you have to wear cardigans in fall. I guess I'm fine with that. I like cardigans.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Yeah, I'd say I love that it starts to get colder and that I can start wearing long sleeves without people yelling at me being like, it's 90 degrees out, why are you wearing a sweater? I want to. Not saying that happened in the past 2 weeks, but it definitely did.
So I have this sleeveless cardigan, and I have no idea how to style it, but I'm gonna learn.
Oh, good.
It's really cute. I just can't figure out how I wear it. Oh, this looks like you wear it with long sleeves or short sleeves. Or a tank top. So you can literally wear it however you want. Cool.
Is it like a vest?
No, it's long. It's a cardigan. It's just, it doesn't have sleeves. It's a long cardigan without sleeves. I don't even know if I'm holding this in a way you can see it, because I'm on Pinterest, not Skype. Oh.
Yeah.
Covered by my fancy
I was
background.
like,
well,
I
that's
can't
fun.
see it, but...
Settings. Audio and video. No background effect. Anyway, it's a normal cardigan, but it's got no sleeves. It's not a vest. It's a I will send you the Pinterest page I'm on right now.
I was just asking because I didn't know what to picture, because you're like a sleeveless cardigan, and I
Take
was
a
like,
cardigan, cut off the sleeves.
Yeah, but I didn't know to what extent. I didn't know if it was like a tank top or if it was like a short sleeve shirt. But
No,
now I
it's not
know
a
it's a
short-sleeve
tank
shirt.
top.
Oh, I hope that doesn't just link you to Pinterest and it links you to the search. We'll find out.
Anyway, what I think is overhyped about fall, I mean...
Don't say cardigans. Don't
I'm
do
not
it.
gonna say cardigans. I love cardigans.
Okay, good.
But... I feel like my answers are pretty similar to yours, because I'm not super into, like, scary movies or, like, Halloween isn't my favorite. I don't hate it as much as I used to, but, like, I don't it's not my favorite holiday. I know a lot of people get really hyped about Halloween and, like, good for you, but I don't know.
I've never been into Halloween. And it's totally my mom's fault, because my dad was into Halloween, but she wasn't. And she always ended up having us on Halloween, so we just didn't do Halloween. Like, we would get dressed up, but she wouldn't let us do anything too extravagant. Like, we would buy our costumes, but she didn't want us to be scary. So I was usually a princess or a Harry Potter character. Not gonna lie. And I was fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until middle school that I actually started to like it, and it was just because my best friend and I had finally figured out the perfect trick-or-treating route to get the most candy.
Oh, good.
And then, of course, right as we figured it out, her mom was like, maybe you guys are a little old for this. I was like, no! But anyway. Katrina!
Yes, Rachel.
Can it be time for our favorite segment on this podcast? Let's take a BuzzFeed quiz.
Yes.
What's our BuzzFeed quiz this week?
Our BuzzFeed quiz this week is, everyone is an extremely niche Disney character. Just eat some food to find out who you are.
That's fun. See, okay, my Pinterest is filled with daycare ideas, because I'm constantly looking for daycare ideas, but so many of the ideas it shows are just a little bit above my kids' level. Like, they show things that are great for 3-year-olds. So, like, half of my kids would be able to do them, because they're 2.5, and the other ones are barely 2, so they wouldn't get it. So it's like, it's really hard to find something. But anyway.
Yeah.
BuzzFeed. Characters. Nope. Niche Disney characters, as told by BuzzFeed. Our first question is, pick something to eat for breakfast. Avocado toast, croissants, cereal, waffles, just coffee please, or pancakes. Well, in the mornings, I have my cup of coffee and mini muffins, because I'm a 5-year-old. With the packages of mini muffins that have 4 muffins in them.
Oh,
with
good.
my coffee, that's enough. So I guess based on these options, just coffee. Because I can get by with just coffee. I need to eat sooner. Food's here. Okay, anyway.
I'm gonna go with pancakes.
Alrighty, what's our next question?
Our next demand is pick a lunch food. Salad, sandwich, soup, burrito, burger, or pasta.
Sandwich. Sandwich always sounds good at lunchtime to me. I love good sandwiches, but I don't like making my own sandwiches unless we have all the ingredients prepped and I can just throw it together.
Yeah. The thing is these quizzes always put pasta as a lunch option, but I always see it as more of a dinner thing.
Depends on if it's hot or cold pasta.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
see cold pasta as lunch, hot pasta as dinner. Pasta, sorry.
I'm going to choose pasta.
Also, I love pasta salad. So good.
Yeah, so good.
Basically, I love the cold pasta with the vinaigrette because I always pick out the tomatoes and the olives. But I like the seasoning. Anyway, next demand. Pick something to eat for a snack. Oh, this was a terrible idea. I'm just getting hungrier by the second. Chips, fruit, bread and hummus, crackers, popcorn, or gummy worms. These are very... I mean, popcorn, but gummy worms isn't really a snack.
It can be. I'll do crackers. Also, this is reminding me of... I had this field trip that I went to in 3rd grade, and on the way there, my friend and I had the brilliant idea to list every single food that we knew of. And then by the time we got there, we were so hungry, but lunch wasn't for like 3 hours, and so we were both just walking around miserable because we were talking about food so much on the bus ride there. But
right.
You get to eat immediately after we finish, so...
I do. The pizza is currently downstairs waiting for me, so there's that.
Anyways, our next demand is pick something for dinner. Butter chicken, tacos, sushi, steak, pizza, or hot dogs.
See, I instinctively went to tacos because I love street tacos, and those are street tacos. But now I'm like, ooh, butter chicken. Ooh, sushi. Ooh, pizza. Ooh, hot dogs. Basically, the only thing that doesn't pique my interest is steak. I think it's overdone, personally. But we eat a lot of steak in this house.
Overdone.
So. I also do usually like mine pretty well done, so there's that. But I'm gonna stick with my gut. I'm gonna stick with tacos because this is food based after all.
I'm going to go with pizza.
My turn?
Yes.
Alright, our final demand is demand. I'm demand.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so our final demand is, lastly, pick something sweet for dessert. Cake, gelato, macarons, donut, strawberry, candy. Strawberry, singular, is not dessert.
A singular strawberry, just like,
I'm gonna go with
that's
macarons.
enough dessert for me. I'm gonna go with gelato.
What'd
you get? I asked first.
I got fadong, and no you didn't. Fadong is Mulan's headless ancestor. Your head was lost because Mushu was not being a good guardian.
Oh, good. I got Scrump from Lilo and Stitch, Lilo's rag doll. Your large head may be caused by the insect eggs that were laid in it. Okay.
I found a blooming apples recipe. You know, blooming onions? Blooming apples is the dessert version.
Alright.
Alright. Is there anything else we need to talk about this week?
We
This
can
is gonna be a
promote
short
our
episode, but I don't
Patreon real
care.
quick
I'm very
before we sign off.
Oh yeah, go check out our Patreon. Patreon.com/perspective_Z.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm kind of getting better at remembering to actually ask the question of the day in our Discord, which is our $3 tier. A mere $3 to talk to us.
$3 a month, not just $3.
Well,
just
yeah.
to clarify.
Also, that just sounds so conceited. Like, just pay $3 and you can talk to me. But, like, we have fun conversations. Right now, we're doing, the questions of the day because I have the book when I remember to ask the question of the day. So, here, I'll ask it right here, right now. Right here. Sorry.
High School Musical 3 vibes.
Yes. Right now. Anyway, so you can think about it and then you can join in and answer. So, there you go. And we're asking 2 questions a day right now because I often forget to ask, and I'm stuck in April in this book and it's September.
So we should probably be asking more than 2 a day because you keep forgetting.
We'll get there eventually. Number 1, how much spare change do you have? Number 2, what type of person are you? So go ahead, think about that one for a second, then pop over to patreon.com/perspective_Z, go to the $3 tier, which is Discord, and answer those questions in our question of the day tab. Channel? It's the channel.
Channel, yeah.
It's a channel. It's under the talking and stuff tab.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, anything else?
Don't think so.
My cranky bottom go eat.
You can go eat after we sign off.
Alright.
This has been another episode of Perspective Z. That's been Rachel.
That's been Katrina.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Toodles.